viewers, this is Teens Untold with me, Auntie Marge. Karibuni sana. We are back once again with the continuation of where we left last time. We are here to discuss about douching, and I'm so honored and humbled to have back my wonderful and a good friend for now, who is also my guest today. Her name is Rose, and for the sake of our new viewers, I'm going to give her an opportunity to introduce herself. Karibu sana, Rose.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm Rose Morugi Moreithi, and I'm so happy to be here today.
Okay, karibu sana. And for the record, she is a nutritionist by profession, and I'm so glad to have her here to have this discussion with her. Yeah, it's just a continuation, yeah, at least where we left last time as we were winding up. Yeah, you brought about douching. Yeah,
Yes.
and I just felt like it is a very broad topic that needed a show by itself, huh? And at least you have an opportunity kuiexpand, kuiexplore venye inafaa, ndo at least watu watawaget kuelewa what exactly is douching, the myth and the misconceptions zenye zinakuja na the douching, the disadvantage, if it has any advantage. Tunasikianga hakuna chenye iko na advantage na ina disadvantage zake. So tuiangalie kwa kina. So for a start, nataka uexplainie our viewers what is douching.
So, douching is basically washing or cleaning your vagina with certain fluids, e.g. like baking soda. You mix it with water. Either you mix water with vinegar, iodine, some are even using yogurt, or even sodas. Yeah.
So basically ni washing your vagina with a fluid outside the norm.
Yeah.
The norm ni maji yenye tumezoea, the warm water that you used to wash. So the moment you use like those extra fluid, that is douching. And it is very good at least for you to explain that, because we find like most of our teenagers nowadays, they are falling for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll hear it, they'll read it. You know, nowadays there's a lot of like this internet thing. They'll find those things out there like people are doing, and to them they will just run and do them because they think like it's okay and it is fine. Bila like maybe somebody said it or did it because they were advertising a certain product. You know, yeah, vitu kaa hizo. And so they'll run for it without hata kujua like changamoto za kufanya like hizo vitu zote. And I'm glad that you're here at least today to clear hiyo njia, at least for them to understand and to know, at least by the time hata mtu anafikiria kufanya kitu kaa hiyo anajua changamoto zake ni nini na madhara ambayo inaweza mletea. So asante sana, and it is good at least tumesikia na tumejua like what douching is. So from there, why do people dodge?
There are so many reasons. One, they want to prevent order.
Is that a misconception of it is like ni ukweli like
Okay, order it is there. Na kila mtu ako na order yake.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear experts saying like we all have our own odor, and it is really important when like you connect with your own vagina so that you can know like that normal odor that is there. So that when that changes, then you know there is a problem. But when you know like it is there na iko, at least unajua iko sawa.
Then there is this other thing. They think by washing, let's say, this is another broad topic that people don't like talking about. Yeah, who are sexually active at early stages. So unapata teens wanaenda huko, you practice sex, unsafe one, and then unaambiwa you can dodge. It will prevent you from getting pregnant.
Okay. So also the other reason why people dodge, it's because, and it is a true misconception, that the moment you dodge, it will prevent pregnancy. So, and most basically that is now I understand the reason why most teenagers are dodging nowadays. Because if they think like the moment you dodge, you're gonna prevent pregnancy, then they will dodge thinking that they're gonna prevent pregnancy. But does that really happen? Really?
No.
It doesn't.
That is not a method for
family planning. It's not a method to prevent, not basically family planning, because they have no families to plan in the first place. So it's not a method to prevent pregnancies. Point blank. Douching cannot be used as a method of preventing pregnancy. Okay. Okay, what is the other reason why?
Then to prevent infections. Let's say you have started to develop itching, early signs. You think that by douching you will get the positive results, but in return it will aggravate.
Okay. So instead of like taking care of the infection, it basically makes it worse. The moment you dodge, because at times even what you're using to dodge is wrong in the first place. It even make probably, even if like what you had wasn't serious, it can even make it more serious and brings forth to something totally different. So basically most of the things that people dodge for are misconceptions. They are not even true. So bottom line, watu wanafaa kuacha dodging completely. So what are the dangers that comes with this dodging? First,
you interfere with the bacteria, the good bacteria, which we call the microflora. Then after you interfere, every person has the good bacteria and the bad bacteria.
Now before hata twende mbali, let's do a clarification here for me, and I am sure for my viewers out there. The good bacteria now. What are they for? Where do we have like those good bacteria?
They fight infections. They also maintain a good environment. You prevent the odors that you get when you're starting to develop the infection.
Okay, so that is basically the reason why we have like those good bacteria. So as you're saying earlier, they are good and bad bacteria. Then you can pick it.
So they are zinakuanga na kiwango. Everybody hawezi sema una bad bacteria, but they are very small, such that they can't affect you. They are being outweighed by the good bacteria. So once you interfere with the good bacteria, what are you doing? Una tamper na the balancing. So we find that there is an overgrowth of those bad bacteria. So the bad bacteria, the moment you do the douching, basically you interfere with the good bacteria, like unazimaliza, like they die. And so the balancing is no longer there. So the bad bacteria zinainuka, and that is what brings infection. Okay. You also alter the pH.
What is pH?
It is the alkalinity or the acidity.
Of the vagina area. And so once it is interfered with, what usually happens?
Bado tutapata zero infections.
And that is also interfered with the douching. Okay. So basically you're here educating us today, telling us douching is a no-no. There is no reason why we should dodge. There is nothing good that comes with douching. Okay. So what else do you want us to know about douching today?
So, the ladies out there, you should know that your vagina was created to clean itself. You should not put anything in there. It has its own mucus, which acts as a cleanser. Inatoa uchafu yote.
Kuna hawa tena nasikianga, there are some I hear soap. There is this vagina soap that you use, And once you put it there, tuseme for example, our young girls nowadays wanaanza kukua sexually active at a very young age, of which tunaonanga there's a place tulikuwa tumeenda for a seminar, and we were being educated that the moment unaanza kukua sexually active at a very young age, ina ku-expose hata kwa the cervical cancer. You know? So, but we find that our young girls nowadays wameanza kuwa sexually active at a very young age, and so wanafika mahali, and so like you want to tighten your vagina muscles, and so I hear there is a vaginal soap, you know, ati wanaeka so that it can tighten those muscles. How true is that?
That is, okay, I don't support that, and it is not true. What you're doing, hizo tu ni propaganda za watu wenye they are in those businesses.
Yes, they basically want to market the soap.
Yeah, they want to sell.
The
and
soap.
They know so many people out there are desperate.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how they are dying to make their vagina tight.
Yeah.
You know, as a young girl, you should know, like, for you to maintain that tightness, if you need it so much and it means a lot to you, the best thing to do is to abstain. Basically abstaining from sex.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I always tell young women out there, you know, maintaining yourself, it's a treasure by itself. You know, it shows how much you value, the value you put to yourself, the respect you put to yourself. So it is always good to maintain themselves, to abstain, to make sure like it doesn't happen, so that they don't go the douching way, the soap way, the all that way. Because as you're teaching us today, it is very wrong. And we have seen like there is more disadvantage of douching than any disadvantage. You know, so bottom line, we are saying no to douching. We should not touch at any cost, no matter what reason you're given. It is either a misconceptions, it's a imagination of people. People are trying to market the things they are saying like they are safe for douching. Yeah, those products. Yeah. They're just marketing them. But at the end of it all, they don't work. And they end up bringing forth more problems than fixing it.
But for that teen who is out there, you started your sexually active
at a young age.
Yeah. And you want to do the tightening, as you said it.
Yeah.
The best thing
it
for
is
you,
important to every woman I hear. Yeah. Very important.
Yes.
But for a teen girl, we were talking how of a teen girl now who started early. Yeah, we make mistakes. Yeah. But there's still time to like rectify and redeem yourself and make yourself always not lost. It can be as a result of like a misfortune that happened in your life. There are some you find like they got raped in the first time, and so wakajikosa, and so they chose the wrong way. There are some who are forced by circumstance, as they say. They lacked like that moral support, they lacked direction, people to stand with him, and so they chose that path without knowing. For such a teen, I'm sure that is the teen you're talking about, and that is the teen you want to talk to right now. You can just look at that camera and talk to that teenager who went through all that, and they just feel like they need to redeem themselves. Which way should they go?
The only thing I can advise you to do is one, physical activity. Don't go for those soaps. They will cost you a lot, and especially the negative side. So just practice physical activity. It is enough.
It is enough. And also the Kegel. I don't know if you're talking of the Kegel muscles. The Kegel, the ones you keep tightening your vagina muscles, and it will basically tighten by itself without using any douching and all that, and it will really help. But even as we say this, we are not encouraging like our teenagers having
being sexually active.
It is not. Not at all.
Yeah.
That is something we are discouraging, and we also discouraging like the douching, because nowadays there is a lot of stories going out there. You're told like, yeah, even if you go out there and do ABCD, get exposed and all that, you can also use this and you're going to fix things in a way that nobody will ever tell. I know about it. Those are all stories, and that is something that should stop. And of course they should live a clean and a decent life. They should love themselves, believe in themselves, because they are worth. They should take care of themselves, the bottom line, not even do it in the first place, because when you don't do it in the first place, definitely you avoid all this. And at the same time, we say like our bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit.
Of course.
And so thinking of a temple, a church,
Yeah.
you know, you don't taint it, you don't paint it with all these bad things. You know, you maintain yourself, you know, you keep yourself.
Yeah.
So, because we were created with the purpose of basically glorifying God. And there's no you can glorify God by destroying his temple.
Of course.
So if you want to glorify God, the first thing you do is taking care of the God's temple. And your body being the temple of the Holy Spirit. This is where the Holy Spirit lives. And so you should take care of the temple, you should take care of yourself. And by so doing, you end up doing what? Glorifying our God in heaven. So thank you so much for coming here today, and of course, having empowered us and enriched us with more on the Douching. We have learned, even me myself have really learned today, and of course I'll pick what I've learned here, and of course I'll impact even others out there, and I know it will be of great help to them. So thank you so much for being here. Until next time, you take good care of yourself.
You too.
So thank you so much for viewers. That is all we have for today, and I'm sure you have heard there's no benefit with douching, and so we should quit this douching thing and let's go the natural way. Until next time, this is Teens Untold. This is Wema TV, the voice of hope.
Wema TV, the voice of hope.